What up, bitches, and welcome back to Law of Attraction Changed My Life. I am your host, Francesca Amber, and today we are going to be talking about something which I feel like I've not talked about for years. And so I'm so excited to delve back into it today. Spoiler alert, it's crystals. Today has been a wild day for me. I did 2 pod guest spots this morning. So I was basically a guest on someone else's podcast ×2. And whenever I do that, it just reminds me that I am 100% an introvert. And although I love speaking to people, my Lord, it drains me. It drains the life from me. It sucks my soul. I have to lay down under a blanket for a solid hour afterwards just to regain my energy. And it got me thinking about, we've just been reading in the book club about things that give you energy and things that drain your energy. And stuff that drains you isn't necessarily bad, right? My children drain the fucking life out of me. Doesn't make them toxic. Doesn't mean I don't want them in my life. It's just good to be aware that that is something that drains me. On the other hand, something that absolutely blew my mind recently, and anyone who is a workout person will be like, duh, we knew this, but fucking news to me, okay? So I am absolutely drained sometimes by motherhood. I sometimes get to bedtime and I literally feel like an empty sack of potatoes that's just sitting there. I've got nothing left to give. Like Ian Beale, I've got nothing left. And so the other day I felt like that. I literally had nothing left. I could not move another muscle. I was just slumped next to the bath and they were all splashing in the bath. I was just like, I've got nothing left. And it was time to go to my pole dancing class. And do you know what absolutely astounded me is that pole dancing class energized me after feeling absolutely drained of life, mentally, physically, spiritually. Toddlers will do that to you at times. I went and did an hour's workout and I felt fucking energized afterwards. And I was like, what is this witchcraft? Is this what people have been talking about for years, about how working out can actually energize you? What? Is it true? It's true. I hate to say it, it's true, guys. So anyway, let's get back to what we are talking about today. Now, I love any technique that is going to help you to manifest. I love it. I don't care what it is. I don't care if it's crystals. I don't care if it's decluttering. I don't care if it's buying a token item. I don't care what it is. I fucking love any physical technique that gets you to take a physical action that is going to help you to manifest. And today we are talking about the power of crystals. Now, I just want to start this episode by saying I'm not a crystal expert. I'm a crystal novice, but I do use them in my home. I do use them in my life. I do use them in my manifestations. And I thought I would just share with you how I do that. So let's get into it. So for centuries, civilizations have valued crystals for their unique vibrational energies. And they can help heal the mind, body, and spirit. But they can also help us to manifest more money, more luck, and attract some big dick energy if that's what you're looking for in your life, okay? So as with anything in this world, we are all made of matter. Everything is made of matter, and every piece of matter has its own vibration. Now, crystals all have their own vibrations, but according to the Crystals for Beginners book, crystals generally have a higher vibration than us humans. So through entrainment, we can vibrate higher. By working with them, by being around them, we can begin to vibrate at a higher level because of our little crystal friends. Now, something else I love about crystals, and my good friend Mart at Canny Crystals explained this, is a crystal is like an anchor. It's like visiting a grave. Now, when we go and visit a grave, we know that that person is not there. We know that their soul, wherever they're having a fucking great time, they're in Club Tropicana, the drinks are free, they're living their best lives, right? But we go to that grave because it is an anchor point for our grief. It's an anchor point for our attention to focus onto. This is why highly symbolic token items that you buy to manifest certain things, most often like a baby grow, if you want to manifest a baby, are very, very powerful because it gives your attention something to focus on. Does that make sense? So crystals are fantastic for anchoring your thoughts, anchoring your energy, and focusing it in one spot. Now, I've got all sorts of crystals. I've got big ones, I've got tiny ones, I've got ones I've bought because they look really beautiful, ones that I've been sent and I've got no fucking idea what they are. I've even got a pendulum. Oh yes, me and my mum do love to ask the pendulum a question. That's a lot of fun. But here is how you should shop for crystals. And it's very basic. This is see which ones you are drawn to. Now, this is why sometimes shopping in person can be really useful, because then you can hold them in your hand and you can feel them and you can be like, yes, you are the chosen one. You are the Messiah. Now, you're going to want to go somewhere reputable so you know they're genuine. This ain't no time for Temu. We're not fucking around with Temu. We're not fucking around with Shein. We're not fucking around with all these places, okay, that are probably sending you pieces of glass. We are only fucking with the reputable bitches. Now, spoiler alert, I got 10% off for you lot. You can go to cannycrystals.co.uk and get 10% off at checkout if you use the code FRAN. That's FRAN. It's my name. Don't wear it out. 10% off for you bitches. You can thank me later. I've also bought crystals from, when you go to like a wellness fair or like a well-being kind of like festival. I feel like those bitches, they know what they're doing. And I've bought my most powerful crystal from an American lady on Etsy. I bought my first ever Moldavite from there, and we all know how that went down. So let me tell you about the crystals that I use and where I place them in my home and how I use them, because I feel like we all love to buy a crystal, right? We all love to buy that shit up. Oh, yes, I want that. Yes, I want that. But how do we actually work with them? So let me start with that Moldavite. So I bought a piece of Moldavite from Etsy, and it famously turned my life absolutely upside down. Moldavite is the crystal that quickens and accelerates your spiritual evolution, and it facilitates your inner journey of discovery. But also, what is quite frankly terrifying, but also a goddamn blessing, is it will move anything from your path that is not in alignment with your final destination. Even if you like that shit. If it's a partner that you're like, oh, Dave's really annoying and he's quite toxic, but my Lord, he's pretty hot, or he's got a big dick, or, devil dick energy, whatever it might be. If that is not in alignment with what your higher calling is going to be, your best life, let's call it your best life. Boom, Dave's gone. Dave's emigrated to Australia. You come home, there's a note, he's gone. If you have a job that you're like, oh, I really like this, I get paid really well, I really enjoy it, I love talking to my clients every day. If that is not in your best interest, boom, you're getting sacked, bitch. You're getting sacked. That's the mad moves that Moldavite makes, and you got to be ready for it. And not everyone's ready for it. I'm just going to be honest. Not everyone's ready for it. Now, two interesting things about Moldavite. It will disappear when it is done with you. So as soon as it's done with you, it will fucking Irish goodbye out of your life. Gone. Vamoose. You don't know where it's gone. This is something that is so common with so many people. And I thought it was just me. I haven't really lost any of my crystals. And I lost that piece of Moldavite. And I was like, where is it? Where could it be? Where's it gone? I don't know. It's done with me. It came, it shook up my life, it spanned me 360, then back the other way, and it pushed me in the right direction. And now I don't need it anymore. That is $85 on Etsy that I will never, ever get back. But look, it's gone on to help somebody else now. Who knows where it's gone? The other thing about Moldavite is if shit gets a little bit too wild for you, you can bury it in soil. You can bury it in the earth, and that will quieten it down. That will make it a little bit more stable. And I remember I actually put mine in one of my plant pots for about a year, because I was like, I've had enough chaos, okay? I can't cope with any more chaos. I don't care if this is not in my life path. I like it here, okay? Just leave it here. I'm not ready for more fucking upheaval. And so, yeah, you can plant it in soil, and that will, or bury it in soil rather. You don't plant it, it's not going to grow. And that will help to quieten it down. Now, people get so scared because they think things start to go wrong. And this does happen. Things seem to start going wrong in your life. And you're thinking, what? How is this for my greater good? Like my car needed a £1,000 repair bill as soon as I started working with Moldavite again. Like things like that do happen. But I like to see it as, I don't know what the best outcome is. I don't know the greater plan. But what I do know is that that crystal does work, because as soon as I start working with it, wild shit starts to happen. Now, what do I do with my Moldavite now? I have a new piece of Moldavite, and I actually have this. This is the first little bit of feng shui here, bitches. I have this in my office, my home office, on my desk. Now, I have this in my fame area, and the fame area is not necessarily what you're thinking. It's not like Michael Jackson fame. It's more how you are perceived by people in your industry, by your clients, even by just general people in your life. It's how you are seen, you know, how you show up, how you're seen. And so I have a little mini, I don't know, what would you call it? A little feng shui, little altar, like a little, what's the word? Not a shrine. Yeah, let's call it a shrine. I have several little shrines around my home for various things. So I have one on my desk here in my fame area. I have 2 or 3 money ones. I have a goddess divine feminine energy altar, and I have one for love. Kill me, shoot me. She has several altars in her home. Let me live my life. So back to my fame one. So in the center of your desk, the top center part, that is your fame area. Now, it's great to have something red in your fame area. And because I talk about the law of attraction, I actually have an old copy of The Secret. Now, if you've ever seen The Secret without its like jacket and stuff, it is just a plain red book. I have that book there. I have one of my Queen of Hearts cards that was sent to me from the universe, and I have the piece of Moldavite on top because I want to accelerate this with the color red. I want to be known for the right things, right? So I don't want to put like an OnlyFans fucking badge there. I've put The Secret because I want to be known for the law of attraction. I put the Queen of Hearts because that's my divine feminine energy goddess guiding me through life and helping me, and I put the Moldavite to fucking amplify the shit out of that. So that's like how you can use crystals with a little mini altar or shrine within your home. So since we're in the office, we started here, so we'll stay here. Let me tell you what else I've got going on in my office to help me with my productivity, with my success, with my abundance, with my focus, all that kind of shit. Now, the next thing I have is a fluorite, which is like a kind of like a rough green crystal. And I have this on the underside of my desk chair so that when I sit down to work, it really helps you to stay focused. Another crystal I use is a lapis lazuli. This is called the performer's stone. This is like a bright blue stone. And this is ideal for if you ever have to perform. Now, if you have to speak in a meeting, if you have to prepare a presentation, if you have to do any kind of public speaking, or for me, when I'm recording my podcasts, it's ideal to have this stone near to me, either on my desk or on my person, so that I can perform and project in the best way possible. Is it working? Is it? You let me know. Now, carnelian is for energy. So if you are suffering with fatigue, and I'll be real with you, I'm a single mother of 3, so I am constantly fatigued. This is going to help you with your energy. Now, I read that carnelian is amazing for sexual energy, but then I read that you shouldn't have it near your bed. So basically anything for like sexual stuff I would have near the bed. We would think near the bed, right? But carnelian, actually you shouldn't sleep anywhere near it because it's not good. It will give you too much energy. So that's where you need to really think about, what do I want this for? Where do I want energy? Where can I place it? Now for me, my love area isn't actually in my bedroom at all. Number one, because I've never had sex with anybody in my bed. Sorry if that's TMI for you. I've had sex with people on my sofa, okay? That's where I keep it. I keep it downstairs. I keep it on level 1. No one's coming upstairs. That's a privileged position, all right? No one's had sex in my bed. That's where I co-sleep with my children. Don't be disgusting. The sofa is fine. No one needed to know that. But anyway, you can find, using the bagwas of your home through old traditional feng shui, using a compass, or in the new kind of Western style of feng shui, where your love and relationships corner of your room or your house is. And I think that is the best place to put stuff that is for love and relationships. So carnelian, great for that, but also great for energy in general. So I have a carnelian on my desk and I keep this in my office because Lord knows I need energy to keep me working. You know what I'm saying? Okay, let's move to the bedroom. So the main crystal that I use in the bedrooms is amethyst. Now, we all know amethyst. It is a beautiful purple stone, and I have several quite large pieces, which makes me think it must be quite cheap because I've got, quite a lot of like large pieces of amethyst, much larger than all my other crystals, and it is really beautiful. Now, this helps with sleep. It helps you with stress and anxiety, and it also prevents nightmares. So this is the ideal crystal if you are struggling with insomnia, with stress and anxiety, keeping you awake at night, maybe night terrors. Keep this shit as close to your bed as possible. Now, my daughter, Laveau, suffers with night terrors, and I have what am I talking about? An amethyst in her bedroom, but because it's quite a sharp crystal, and also the pieces I have are like a large fucking rock, the kind of night terrors she has, or night terror or not, she would probably pick that up in the middle of the night and throw it and slice my face open. So I have to keep it quite up high on a high shelf that she can't access. So for children, incredible, but always think about, if you've got a small piece, are they going to be able to choke on it? If it's a large piece, can they throw it at you and kill you? So keep it up high. But if they're old enough to kind of understand, like my older daughter, she's like nearly 8, she'd be absolutely fine. Then you can keep it under the pillow, under the bed, right next to the bed, as close as you can. And that's going to really help support sleep and relaxation. Now, amethyst also helps with manifestation. So if you are like me and you listen to your subliminals at night, this is going to be fucking perfect for you, because you are amplifying the power of those subliminals, the theta brainwave state, when you are going almost into that hypnotic state, by also pairing it with a crystal that is going to help you to manifest. Fucking perfect. Love that vibe for us. Now, the other thing I keep in the bedroom is rose quartz, the love stone. This beautiful pink stone, honestly, everyone needs one. Like, that is the one stone that everybody needs. If you have no other crystals, get yourself a goddamn rose quartz. This is the love stone. It is all about unconditional love, kindness, compassion, but also forgiveness. Now, although people use this stone to manifest love and to bring love into their lives, it's also great for self-love too. It is a great healing stone. You can meditate with it on your heart chakra and visualize your soulmate. This is something that, I'm so glad I did this episode, because I don't work with crystals a lot. I tend to have them around my home, but I don't actually work with them loads. And this is actually, I've goddamn inspired myself, guys. I've influenced myself. I'm going to start working with crystals a lot more. Now, when I was reading through my crystal book, it was saying to attract love into your life, to take your rose quartz, hold it in your hand, hold it over your heart chakra, and visualize your soulmate. Now, I actually have a 20-minute guided visualization on my website, francescaamber.com, for visualizing and manifesting your soulmate. And I never listen to it because I've never really been ready to actually be ready to manifest that. Do you know what I mean? Like, I've not been ready. But guess what? Your girl's fucking ready. And so something that I am going to do is I'm going to take my rose quartz to bed with me every night. And I'm going to do that meditation, and I'm going to hold it over my heart chakra. And the intention of all that is going to be super, super powerful. Now, something else you could keep in the bedroom, but I personally don't because I don't need it, is onyx. Now, this is a black stone, and it helps to balance intimate relationships. It absorbs excessive sexual energy. So if you have somebody in your bed that has excessive sexual energy, maybe it's you, I don't know, I'm not here to judge, but if someone's being a little bit fucking pestery, cover them in onyx, put it under their pillow, sew it into their pajamas, and let it do its goddamn job. It also improves harmony in relationships. So Lord knows when I'm in a relationship, whenever that may be, and they're actually staying in my bed and not the sofa, then yeah, going to get myself some goddamn onyx. Now, lepidolite supports positive change, reduces negative mind chatter. This is another great one to have in your bedroom. The way I see it is, you are in your bed for hopefully 8 hours a night. So while you are in that meditative state, whilst you are restoring, whilst you're relaxing, whilst you're in one spot, why not surround yourself with bloody crystals? Do you know what I mean? Like, why not cover all bases and just surround yourself with crystals to do the work whilst you sleep? Now, the reason it's great to have lepidolite in your bedroom at night is because if you are kept up at night by negative mind chatter, by questioning yourself, finding it hard to positively change, then this is going to help you with that. Now, again, if you are listening to subliminals, this is all about supporting positive change, changing the neural pathways in your brain, releasing limiting old negative stories, and embracing new ideas that help support your new version of who you are. This is only going to help you. Okay. Let's move on to one of my favorite things ever, which is a wealth bowl. Now, again, this is feng shui at its finest. I love a wealth bowl. If you look at your desk, if you are at a desk, the top left-hand corner of your desk or the top left-hand corner of your room or house, if you are doing new style feng shui, if you are doing old traditional feng shui, get out your goddamn compass. It's not that hard. It's on your iPhone, and find the southwest corner of your house. So the southwest corner or the back left corner. If you are like, no, I'm not using a compass. I refuse. Even though it's on my iPhone, I refuse. I'm not doing it. Either's fine. This is all about intention. Just put it in both maybe. I don't know. You do you. I tend to do the old style traditional feng shui for my actual home. And then on my desk, I use the top left-hand corner. Sorry, I feel like I've just mentioned a million different directions and a million different things, and it all sounded really confusing, but I promise you it's not. You might just need to go back and listen to that part again. I don't want to patronize you. Maybe you're like, no, Fran, that was really like simple. But the back left-hand corner of any room or your house, or the southwest corner. Now, this is the place where you are going to want to put your wealth money shrine, and this should include a wealth bowl. You can include a traditional money plant, a jade plant. Mine has just started to die all of a sudden, and I don't fucking know why. It's terrifying the life out of me. And a wealth bowl, which you can place onto a mirror. So mirrored tiles, you can get these on Amazon, super cheap. Pack of 5 for like £3.50 or something. Put it onto a mirrored tile. Your wealth bowl should be a beautiful bowl in gold or glass or red. Red is a really powerful colour for money. I actually have a little bowl that I accidentally stole from Frankie and Benny's, and now Frankie and Benny's has closed down, and it's such a lovely memento for me to look at and remember all of the amazing meals I had there, because truly I love Frankie and Benny so much. Now, I have this little red bowl, and you can fill this with coins, notes, diamonds. Now, hear me out. I know you might be thinking, fucking diamonds, Fran, calm down. But I do have my wedding and engagement ring, which I don't really wear anymore, but they are diamonds. I'm keeping that shit. So I put my diamonds in there. I've also got a diamond necklace my old sugar daddy bought me. I don't like it. I don't want to wear it. I chuck my diamonds in there. Please nobody rob my house. They're not worth that much. Now, you can put diamonds, notes, coins, as well as the following crystals. Citrine, otherwise known as the shopkeeper's stone. Now, this is great for prosperity, abundance, success, and wealth. Green adventurine promotes prosperity. Tiger's eye for self-worth and manifesting goals. And my favourite crystal for wealth bowls, good old pyrite, aka fool's gold, for pure wealth. Wealthy vibes. I love it. I love it. Now, something I read in one of these books while I was like preparing for this episode is that if you have a tiger's eye, you should never ever have an unpolished one because it can contain asbestos. I'm sorry, what? And it even said in there, even if it is polished, you should wash it and wash your hands after using it. Like, be fucking careful. I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? So, respectfully, I might have to actually throw my tiger's eye over the hedge into the field next door because I don't need asbestos poisoning in my life, okay? I don't need that. So I just thought I'd share that because if you are like surrounding your bed every night with unpolished tiger's eye, I've got bad news for you, my friend. Now, smoky quartz, a very powerful stone. This is the tip that I've heard about this. You can buy a bag of smoky quartz chips and you can sprinkle them around the perimeter of your property as it transmutes negative energy into positive. Now, I'm all about those vibes. I have got protection stones at my front door. I also have an evil eye. I don't want any negativity turning up at my gaff. I ain't got no space for it. If you are coming to cause me harm, you can't step over my threshold, my friend. I'm doing some Buffy the Vampire Slayer shit. Like, you can't get in. Now, what about your car? Your car is a great place to have crystals because you are in quite a vulnerable position. People die in car crashes every day. Soz, that's just the truth. Malachite. Malachite is a fantastic crystal to keep in your car. This is for protection during travel. It protects against accidents and also relieving fears. And if you have seen my driving, you will be fearful. So it will help you with that. Now, tourmaline for protection. I have a wonderful rear view mirror. I'm going to call it a necklace. It's a necklace for my car and it is from a brand called Pretty Palm Beads, and they do these lovely little crystal chip rear view mirror things, so you can hang it over your rear view mirror and your car is protected. I love the fact that my car has a necklace. I love that for her. Okay, so we've done your car. What about your phone? Yes. I want to introduce you to my all-time favourite crystal of all time. That is Shungite. Now, this episode is already at about 25 minutes and I could talk about Shungite for 100 years. Just Google the scientific evidence of Shungite and how it purifies water. It protects against EMF. We all know I'm an EMF hoe with my tinfoil hat on. It boosts your energy. It's just the fucking wonder crystal. Okay, listen to this. Shungite itself contains fullerenes, which are carbon molecules that act as a mesh to disrupt EMF radiation, act as 5G protection, and have a general radiation protection and anti-radiation properties. Shungite is also great at absorbing negative energies and radiating out positive energies. It helps align the chakras. Oh my God, there's just so much. Now, the science behind the stone. Now, this is far too much to talk about in a podcast, right? But if you search the following PMCIDs with a simple Google search, I can't read all these numbers and everything, but basically Google medicinal applications of fullerenes or antioxidant and anti-inflammatory effects of Shungite. These are both articles published by the National Centre for Biotechnology Information. Now, you can literally put it in your water. You can wear it. You can have it near your bed. You can have it in your bath water. You can have it on your phone. So I actually have a full Shungite phone case from Rad Energy, a company called Rad Energy who I absolutely love. They are all about reducing EMF. And it is absolutely sold out. You can never get it. So don't bother looking. You can't fucking get it. I have an affiliate code. There's no point because you can't fucking get it. But I had a quick look on Amazon and you can still get, I used to have these before I had this phone case. You can still get Shungite stickers that you can put onto your phone or you can put onto your laptop to help you negate the EMF. Now, I actually have Shungite stickers on my laptops, and I have a full Shungite phone case. I also have a piece of Shungite which I keep under my bed for, overhead power cables, cables going through my walls, all that kind of shit. I also went through a phase of only drinking Shungite water, and I just want to read something. Now, this isn't me saying this. This is from webmd.com. Drinking Shungite water, which is tap water infused with Shungite stones, will cure skin diseases, joint aches, and other problems because the stones have fullerenes, which are strong antioxidants. Fullerenes are a type of carbon nanostructure, CNS, or a form of carbon. Now, I'm no scientist. I am not a Shungite expert, but what I do know is I fucking love Shungite and I'm so passionate about it. Now, I'm going to leave links down below for the Shungite water chips that I used and also the Shungite stickers that you can get for your technology to help with the EMF. And do you know what? I'm actually going to get some for the girls' iPads because here I am with Shungite all over my technology and I've completely forgotten about my children. So I'm going to get some for them. I'm going to leave the links to these down below. And I'm also going to leave a link for every single crystal you can imagine from my good friend Canny Crystals. Use code FRAN at checkout for 10% off. That's Fran, F-R-A-N, at cannycrystals.co.uk. Now, did I have anything else to say? Oh, two more things. Sodalite, a great crystal for balancing mood swings. Now, if you have teen or preteen children, fucking sew that shit into their school bags, sew that shit into their pillows. Get them to keep it with them. You don't even need to tell them what it is. Get it for them on a necklace because Lord knows they need help with balancing their fucking emotions, okay? And finally, the crystal selenite. Now, this crystal is just a good egg all round because you simply put this crystal with other crystals and it cleanses them. It cleanses the fuck out of them. So you ain't got to do all the smoke, the water, the moonlight. Oh no, you still need to do that. You still need to charge them in the moonlight, but it's great at cleansing. It also helps you with connection to the divine and intuition. So I have a big selenite tower on my goddess altar where I am trying to invoke the goddess and draw her into my life and connect with my divine feminine energy and my intuition and all that jazz. I hope that has been helpful. It feels like it was slightly chaotic towards the end there. She's become a Shungite pyramid scheme seller. I don't know. No, I'll never be part of a pyramid scheme. How dare you? But no, I really do love the crystals that I've mentioned. I use all of them within my home. I hope that it's been useful for you to see how I use them and where, and the different types of crystals that can help you to balance all different kind of energies. I'm also going to post down below a comprehensive list from Canny Crystals for different crystals you can use for different areas of your life or depending on what it is that you're trying to manifest. They also do little bundles. So if you are looking to manifest wealth or love or success or whatever it might be, fertility, you can buy a crystal bundle for that particular thing and you haven't got to be like fucking searching high and low for what you need. I hope that you found this useful. If you have, do your girl a solid. You can rate, review, subscribe. It takes mere seconds. Or better still, share this episode with a friend. If you haven't got any friends, share it on your Instagram stories. And I will reshare as many of them as I can. Thank you so much for sharing this podcast, the amount of times that you do. You're truly doing the Lord's work. You're truly helping me out. So I thank you so much for that. And I will see you bitches next week. The law of attraction and crystals have changed my life. They're going to change yours too, bitch. Bye. Oh, sorry. I'm actually back. Now, can I be bothered to edit out that premature goodbye? Probably not. We start a new book in the book club on the 1st of August, which I feel like is mere days away. Is it mere days away? Yes, it's mere days away. It's a book called Let It Be Easy. And this has been recommended to me by so many people. I've had that book slide in my DMs more times than a dick pic. And it is all about How to cultivate a mindset to stop stressing and start living. Do you know how much of our stress and anxiety is just created in our own minds? It isn't actually real. And so this book helps us to just let it fucking be easy. So if you want to come and join us for that, I shall leave the link for the book club below. Right, I really am going now, bitches. I'll see you later. Bye.